What's the review of how our two new O-line O-tackles are doing? And Lee, all reports so far have been very, very promising. Menahue seems to be the best pass rusher in camp right now, a little bit ahead of George Karlaftis, but Juwan Taylor has held them both scoreless so far as I understand from the beat reporters and the guys I have on the ground watching every day. So I'm feeling really good about that. Donovan has taken a few reps off, but he's been playing very well too. The elbow does not seem to be any kind of issue for Donovan Smith as we speak now, and that's a big plus, and I think that's probably the bigger concern for most folks as we move forward, is that you just don't want to have a recurrence of an injury for Donovan Smith, and I think other than that, you're going to be all right. Thanks, Lee. And let's see, Fallen from Grace. Happy Monday. Thank you. Appreciate it. Who's a dark horse for running back, wide receiver, corner, and DL? What are the positions that you see the depth being a problem, if any at all? Good question. DT has me a little bit worried. Not so much edge, but actual true tackle. Wise is really an edge that's playing a 3-tech right now. Obviously, Derek Notty's Derek Notty. It's going to be really intriguing for me to know, like, how is Turk Wharton progressing? He was out of practice today, but that was for a personal reason, not because of the injury. He's on the pup and supposedly making progress. I want to know just where that's going. Now, Kendrick Coburn has been quiet so far, and I really do feel like he has a big upside. And Spags was calling out Matt Dickerson. So those are the names to watch. And right now, the dark horse, I think, might be Wise, because it seems like when they plug him in there for Chris Jones, like that's telling you something right off the bat. For corner, let's see. I'd have to go down, and the guy that I kind of like the way that he moves is Khalif Hailassi. I'm trying to get his name right. He played at Western Kentucky, and I only got one film of the defensive side of Western Kentucky this year, so I haven't seen a whole lot of his film. You guys know that I'm high on Nick Jones. He was behind Najee Johnson, but I do think he has a chance to make it. And then the other guy that I'm really intrigued by is Iko Boyedo from K-State. And maybe even Lamar Jackson, the other Lamar Jackson. Those are two guys there. For wide receiver, I'm going to give this away. In fact, since you set me up, Fallen, I'm going to give you guys this. This guy, I think, might be an option. This is Nico Remigio, who looks like a running back, but isn't, in fact, a wide receiver. And he's my dark horse. Right now, he's got return ability. He clearly knows how to run a deep route. And he and Michelle have hooked up a couple times. That's against the one defense, by the way. So he's my dark horse. He's not in my top 7 right now because James, Watson, Ross are my bottom end of the top 7. But, I mean, just watch this. Shell's got a nice smooth release. Not really hossing it, but that's a good 30 yards. And boom, he's got some wiggle. He clearly beat Nick Bolton there and was in front of the safety. So I think it's intriguing. So he's my dark horse there. Running back, I don't think there's really any. I don't think you're going to see P. Ryan make the roster. Jerry and Ely, possibly. I think he's a practice squad player. I think it's going to be the top 4 unless they move on from Clyde. I really think that is pretty much what it is. So that's a pretty solid group, though. So I'm not too worried about it. Let's see. And that goes back to what Jackson's asking about with Prince showing off his pass catching ability and potential pass blocking. Could we see a preseason or early season trade for CEH? What type of compensation would we get? You're not going to get more than a 7th round pick for Clyde. If you were able to, go for it, because I agree. And I can't remember, was it Spags? Somebody called out that Prince needs the reps because they do need to work on pass blocking. But he's clearly had the hands that we didn't even expect so far in camp. So I do think you could see, as running backs get hurt, and there's going to be a bunch of them get hurt. Let's see. You have the Jonathan Taylor situation, which is just wacky to begin with. In fact, I'm probably going to do a piece on NFL33.com. That's the Substack. You guys go use the discount. There's an RGR discount for all of you guys, but there's also a 20% on all the free open posts over there. Just click on that 20% discount and get yourself subbed. I'll probably do something on the Colts situation right now because throwing your maybe arguably the best running back in the game under the bus is just ridiculous on Irsay's part. But it seems that there's a serious impasse there. If they're trying to use his back against him, which he says he didn't even report an issue, so they can put him on NFI and not pay him, that just sounds like retaliation to me. But now they lost Moss, their backup. So there could be a significant need there. Ballard and Veach know each other very well. So like if you were looking to move Clyde, that could be a destination now because of all the hubbub. So I would keep that on the back burner for you. Clinton, what date if Chris Jones isn't extended should the Kingdom worry about losing CEO of Sack Nation? Let me put it this way. He needs to be in by August 18, in my opinion, to be ready for the season. That doesn't mean they have to have an extension done. They can take it out. I don't think they will, because I don't think veteran players and GMs don't like to negotiate during the season. It becomes a huge distraction. So I don't think that they will. Excuse me. Oh, it's one of those nights. I'm going to sneeze a little bit, folks. But that doesn't mean that they can't get a deal done prior to the league year next year or something like that. There's always the tag that then you can negotiate underneath of and then remove the tag, sign the deal. I don't think there's anything right now between now and Super Bowl that they have to like be a worry point. They have a way. He will definitely play this season. If they choose to trade him, they would choose to trade him.